The recent conflict between Israel and Hamas has left a devastating mark on the Gaza Strip. Civilians have borne the brunt of the violence with a staggering number of casualties. A recent study published in suggests that the official Palestinian death toll may be significantly undercounted. The collapse of healthcare infrastructure in Gaza has made accurate accounting difficult. The true extent of the human cost of this war may not be fully known for some time. Despite the ceasefire, the Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, continue to operate within Gaza. Their primary objective is to dismantle the vast network of tunnels constructed by Hamas. These tunnels pose a significant security threat to Israel. The IDF's efforts to neutralize this threat are ongoing. They demonstrate Israel's commitment to preventing future attacks from Gaza. The presence of the IDF in Gaza is a stark reminder of the fragile peace. The threat of renewed violence remains high. The international community must work towards a lasting solution. This solution must address the underlying causes of the conflict. It must also provide for the safety and security of both Israelis and Palestinians. The conflict has exacerbated an already dire humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The Strip's infrastructure was already severely damaged from previous conflicts. The recent fighting has only compounded these problems. The international community must provide immediate humanitarian assistance to the people of Gaza. This assistance should include food, water, medicine, and shelter. Amidst the ongoing tensions in Gaza, a grim discovery has cast a shadow over hopes for the safe return of hostages taken by Hamas. The IDF recovered the body of hostage Youssef Ziadni in a tunnel. Efforts are underway to identify if remains found in the same location belong to his son, Hamza. Hamza was also taken hostage during the October 7th attacks. The discovery of Ziadni's body is a heartbreaking reminder of the human cost of this conflict. It underscores the urgent need for the release of all remaining hostages. As of January 10, 2025, 98 hostages remain in Gaza. Their families cling to hope. They demand their loved ones' safe return. The hostage situation remains a significant obstacle to any lasting ceasefire agreement. Hamas continues to hold these innocent civilians as bargaining chips. This tactic has drawn international condemnation. Negotiations for their release are ongoing. However, progress has been slow and frustrating. The families of the hostages have appealed to the international community for help. They have called for increased pressure on Hamas to release their loved ones. They have also urged all sides to prioritize the safety and well-being of the hostages in any negotiations. The fate of these hostages remains uncertain. While the world's attention has been focused on Gaza, the situation on Israel's northern border has also escalated. An exchange of fire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon has raised concerns of a wider conflict. The IDF launched airstrikes on what it described as Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon. These strikes followed rocket fire from Lebanon into Israel. The recent escalation in Lebanon is a reminder of the volatile situation in the region. The Israel-Lebanon border has remained relatively quiet since the 2006 war. However, tensions have been simmering beneath the surface. Hezbollah's growing military capabilities and its involvement in the Syrian civil war have heightened Israeli concerns. The ceasefire agreement that came into effect on November 27, 2023, brought a fragile peace to the region. However, the recent exchange of fire demonstrates how quickly the situation can deteriorate. The international community must work to prevent further escalation. It is crucial to maintain the ceasefire and de-escalate tensions. Both Israel and Hezbollah have signaled their desire to avoid a full-blown conflict. However, the risk of miscalculation remains high. Any further escalation could have devastating consequences for both sides. The international community must urge restraint and dialogue. In a significant development, Israel, the United States, and the United Kingdom conducted joint airstrikes on January 10, 2025, targeting Houthi facilities in Yemen. The strikes targeted a power station and two ports, Hejaz, Hodeidah, and Ras Isa, demonstrating a coordinated effort to degrade the Houthis' military capabilities. This joint operation marks a significant escalation in the international effort to counter the Houthi threat in Yemen. The strikes were the largest coordinated Israeli-US-British attack on the Houthis since the war began. They reflect growing international concern over the Houthis' increasingly aggressive actions. The Houthis have been accused of targeting civilian infrastructure in Yemen and Saudi Arabia. They have also been blamed for obstructing humanitarian aid deliveries. The decision to carry out these joint airstrikes highlights the complex web of alliances and rivalries in the Middle East. While Israel is not directly involved in the conflict in Yemen, it shares common concerns with the US and UK over Iran's support for the Houthis. The strikes have been met with condemnation from the Houthis. They have vowed to retaliate. The potential for these strikes to escalate tensions in the region is a growing concern. The international community must work towards a political solution to the conflict in Yemen.